Hi Tribe, we're Twin Oracles, and welcome to our channel. This is a general reading, so whenever you find this video, there is something in here for you. Take whatever resonates and leave the rest, and we hope you enjoy. So we're going to pull a card from the Affirmations deck, Words of Inner Wisdom by Lorraine Anderson. And also these two pink tarot decks here are from the Etsy channel called Tarot Cards Dark Forest. And these two decks on the end here are Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. All right, let's begin. Okay, so like I said, we're just going to pull a card from this deck. Whoop. Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
It's actually stayed there too.
And funny because it jumped up. From down here, it jumped up. And the card is called Ascend. How appropriate. So it says, Ascend. You have outgrown where you are now. Dream bigger and reach higher. And so the card took a jump, a leap of faith, if you will. And, you know, a message that I'm hearing strongly is, yes, dream bigger, reach higher. And it's by no coincidence that today is an actual full moon. Sorry, today is a new moon. My apologies. And with this new moon, they say this is the luckiest new moon of the year. So now is the time with this new moon in Pisces to dream bigger, to reach for higher highs. So how appropriate. Love it.
And it also feels as though some of you are jumping timelines. It's like you're skipping and jumping to a higher timeline, having new experiences. And it feels as though some of you have walked through a door, walked through a portal, if you may, or gone through some sort of wormhole. But it just feels like you're going through a different dimension. So beautiful to see. We're very proud of you. You're doing great work. Keep going. Now we're going to dive into the tarot and see what the tarot has to say. Okay.
So you definitely want to use these energies to accelerate yourself, to bring yourself to higher highs. Like I said, this being one of the luckiest, or the luckiest, if not the luckiest, new moon this year. Definitely a time to make your dreams come true.
And even if you're not watching this on March 2nd, yeah, see, it's like there goes that energy again of, you know, I just jumped from March to May. So it's like you've jumped went to a higher timeline in your life. And so as I was saying, even if you're not watching this during the time that it was posted, whenever you may find this video, it's always going to be a good time to release things that no longer serve you, as well as inviting the new experiences and new people that you want to experience in life while letting go of the old.
So let's see what...
All right. Whoa. Okay, so a second one. We'll deal with this one first. So we have the Lovers card here. And it's a beautiful card. So this can talk about having to make a choice. It's, you know, it could be associated with Gemini. So it's about maybe making a choice, outweighing the good, outweighing the bad. And, you know, there's no such thing as good or bad, right? But outweighing what works for you, what would be best for you or not. It's about making a decision. Perhaps you came out of some confusion. Maybe there was a lot of options presented to you and you just weren't sure where to go with this. Also, Venus has come out of retrograde shadow period. So there could have been something pertaining to relationships or communication or even finances that it felt like there was some sort of stagnation. Things weren't working or moving forward the way that you wanted it to. So because this is the Lover's card, it could also have something to do with someone offering you something. It could be, for some of you, you're receiving an offer, maybe someone asking you to go out for coffee, asking you out on a date, but it's something definitely tangible. It's something stable, and it is something that is secure. It could be an offer that's coming from an earth sign, and if it's not an earth sign, it's someone that you can depend on. It doesn't have to be an earth sign, but this person is someone that you can depend on, someone that's reliable, and it could or could not be someone that's younger than you. Now, the other card that came out with that is the Seven of Cups. And so interesting, this is what I was mentioning before, that, maybe there were a few options in front of you. And so because there was a few options, there was that introduced confusion, right? Because when you do have options, now it's discovering which option works best for you, needing to make that choice, having to choose which one is best for you. So now we'll get into the Work Your Light Oracle deck. And so I do want to mention, before I get into the oracle here, with the choice here that you have to make, follow your heart, because your heart will always know what is best for you. Your heart will always take you to the most direct path. It will always bring you to the direct route, to the highest ground, to the highest level. And I feel as though that's why the first card came out was Ascend, right? It's like one route will still bring you to the final outcome or the final destination. But it might take longer, right? So it's discovering which path are you ready for. Both these paths will lead to the final destination, the same outcome. But which one are you ready for? Are you ready for a shorter path, or are you ready to take the longer road? You have free will, my beautiful friends. So it's whatever you choose to do, wherever you would like to go. But do follow your heart, do follow your intuition, because it does seem like your soul wants to take that leap of faith and wants to ascend to that higher level. It just wants to jump. It feels like there's a lot of old cycles and old patternings and old beliefs that your soul has already overcome and outgrown, I want to say. It's like there was a cycle over and over and over, and you've learned that lesson of the cycle, but now it's time to break free from that cycle and say, I've been there, I've learned everything I had to learn, I'm ready for the next step, I'm ready to take that jump, I'm ready to take that leap. And when we look at the first card that came out, it does confirm what I'm saying. So it's number 20. And number 2 speaks of making a choice, which is what I've already mentioned. And also number 2 can also relate to partnerships. And I did mention love here. I did mention for some of you, you might be experiencing someone coming into your life and wanting to offer you something, which is beautiful. It's beautiful to see that. So follow your heart and follow your intuition. And we will now get into the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Spirit, what messages do you have for us? Give it a couple shuffles. So it's like some of you have been expecting a change in your life. It's like you can hear, by the way, I just breathed out, that for some of you, life has been so mundane and so heavy, and the cycle has been repeating over and over, and you're just done. Some of you have been expecting a change, you've been waiting for a change, you're just waiting for a new life. And I do want to say, here it comes, right? If you're ready for it, jump on in. So we have, wow, this is exactly what I am saying. So we have the Priestess card here, which to me reaffirms and validates what I was mentioning earlier about there's a decision to be made and you are being asked to follow your heart, but to also follow your intuition, because that will always bring you to the direct path of where you want to go. It's almost like a shortcut. Now, if you take the other path and, sometimes we're scared, sometimes we're not ready, sometimes we want to hold on to the old patterning, and that's okay too. But sometimes that path might just take a little longer, right? So choose the path that works best for you. With the Priestess card, it says, how are you being called to step up and lead? And so in addition to that, that does confirm what had happened with the first card that took a leap of faith and stayed at the top of the deck. It just sat there on the top, right? It's building yourself up to that top of the mountain, walking up the mountain and hitting that mountain peak, the summit of the mountain. It's like you're now at the summit of the mountain, the very top of the mountain. So it's up to you what you want to do at this point. You can jump off that mountain, you can sit there for a while. It's totally up to you. You can stay there all night. It's whatever your heart is calling you to do. But it does feel like you are some sort of a teacher or a leader. Some of you can be tarot card readers. Some of you can be astrologers. And it feels as though you're being asked to show yourself in whichever way or shape that resonates with you. But it feels as though it's time to rise to the occasion and to shine your light, to show yourself to the world and to lead in the way that most suits your heart.
So the other card that came out, I'll show it to you first. Very beautiful card. And it says, Mintankan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So perhaps there's a call to ascend, to reach higher highs, to make your way home, so that once you find your way home, you can help others find their way home. Perhaps you're the pioneer. Perhaps this is a time where you're being asked to follow your intuition, to perhaps allow logic to take a back seat and follow your intuition, follow your heart, follow your gut instincts, to use the senses that we perhaps don't use on a daily basis. We're so programmed to using our eyes, and that's great. But perhaps now we're being asked to take a different approach, to follow our intuition, to follow our gut and those instincts that are innate inside of us. And so it does feel like, and this is, this is going to be for some of you out there that have just had enough. You're done with the old mundane life. You've tried every which way for the last 13 months, for the last 13 years. You've tried it all. You've questioned it all. You've been questioning yourself. You've been questioning what you've done wrong, what you haven't done wrong. You've made different changes in your life, approaches, and you're just still there saying, what's going on? How come I'm not reaping the rewards I've been sowing? And so this is an opportunity to take that leap of faith, to hang in there, to know that divine timing does play a role in all this, to hang in there and to allow these energies of this new moon to ease you into the flow, to let go of all resistance, to let go of all control, and to be in the flow. Okay? Very beautiful cards that came out, profound messages. We ask that you take a moment to like, subscribe to our channel, to share it with friends and family and loved ones. It does help to integrate your energies into the channel and to allow the messages to cater to you in the future as well. And
for those of you that feel compelled, it's time to reveal yourself. There's something coming through of a revelation here as well. So
okay,
we hope that resonates, and we love you all. Thank you for watching, and until the next time.
And hit that notification bell. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen.
We love you.
That's an upside down heart. Oh, yeah, we got it.
We're using a different computer this time, so we're just trying to make it work. It might be upside down, but
nonetheless, we love you. Right side up.
Yes. Take care. Bye.